since you have mentioned the fish and the salt and the chickens and everything. Now, being raised in Poland before the war was a hard job for my mother to cook and to make especially fish. Here in the United States, they call gefilte fish balls of fish which are not really gefilte fish. Okay? Now, the gefilte fish started is when you buy a fish and you cut it up into pieces, and then you remove the parts of the inside of the fish and you leave the skin out. Then you take all the parts of these parts of the fish, you cook it. You put spices, you put onions, because since I was a child, I was watching my mother how she was cooking, and I still remember. So, and then you took all this and put it back into the skin of the fish. And therefore it's called gefilte. Gefilte means is filled. Gefilte fish. Now, the United States, you don't see gefilte fish, you only see them in the jars for many Shabbas. But gefilte fish you have to make home. And nobody, I have never seen anybody in the last 65 years I'm in this country, that anybody that made gefilte, real gefilte fish.
Beg to differ.
You did?
My mother-in-law, blessed memory, the best.
She made gefilte
I've
fish.
never had it. I've always had the bottled stuff, which was terrible.
Terrible, sure.
And when I first went to meet my wife, and I went to her parents' house, and we had the real thing,
Real gefilte
I
fish.
never went back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You didn't like it.
I loved it.
You love
I loved it.
it. Absolutely. So that's the real gift, because I can't stand this gefilte fish. It's not gefilte fish. Anyway.
So he's volunteering to make fish for all of you.
I wish I knew how. Anyway, let's play the music for Oczy Czornia, Oczy Klucznia, Oczy Krasnia I Prekrasnia, Tak lubię Ciebie, tak boję Ciebie. Oczy Czornia I Prekrasnia, Oczy Czornia, Oczy Klucznia, Oczy Krasnia I Prekrasnia, tak boję Ciebie, tak boję Ciebie. Oczy Czornia I Prekrasnia. You know how to sing.
You sing.
Play it again.
Go ahead.
Oczy Czornia. Go ahead. Oczy Oczy Krasnia, Oczy Klucznia, Prekrasnia, tak lubię Ciebie, tak boję Ciebie. Oczy Czornia I Prekrasnia.
We're speaking, okay, we're speaking about now come to a grandfather or grandmother, Peter? What do you say, your grandmother or your grandfather? Peter.
Oh,
Peter.
Your mother, your mother or your grandmother?
my grandmother.
Come up here. Grandmother's calling Peter. The memories of his
Even if your
grandmother.
grandmother's calling, it's long distance.
Este que está durmiendo.
Well, I did remember my grandmother and her singing. She was a good singer. I want to sing a song called If I Had You, and I mean you in general when I sing it.
Oczy,
no, you can sing it.
oczy czornia, oczy krasnia, oczy krasnia I prekrasnia, capri fluyaba, как Валюшева. Yo sé hacer eso. La la re, la la.
could show the world how to smile, all of the while I could be glad. I could.
Try another song.
Try another song.
Try another
I
song.
don't have one.
Sing the old song. The old song. Okay. Now we gotta call. Rick, come up here. Rick has been up all night preparing for the Bar Torah. I'm just guessing. You can, if I woke you up in the middle of the night, you'd give the Bar Torah, wouldn't you? Yes. That's what your father told me.
Okay.
So in this week's Torah reading, the Jews are in the desert. There's manna coming down from heaven. There's a Nani HaKavod. There's these, how do you say Nani HaKavod? The clouds of glory. Their clothes are cleaned. All their needs are taken care of. And the people, the Jewish people want to send the spies, the Meraglim, into the land of Israel to see if it's okay. And the problem is that the Almighty has already told us it's okay. It's great. It's a great land. But we Jews are always stiff-necked, and we like to question, and that's part of what makes us great and part of what makes us challenging. And the Jews go to Moshe and say, we want to send spies in to check out the land. And the spies are known as being tzaddikim, they're righteous leaders. They go in, they report what they see, and they're very negative. And they speak what's called, as I've said in the past, lashon hara, about the land. So the question is, how can you speak badly about something that's inanimate? If I speak badly, God forbid, about a fellow person, a fellow Jew, that's a terrible sin. I hurt their feelings. If anyone else hears, it might affect the way they feel about them. It's a very negative thing with a lot of negative consequences. But if I say, this carpet is really horrendous, the carpet has no feelings. If the Jews, the spies say, the land of Israel is no good, the land of Israel doesn't have any feelings. So what are we learning from this? So there's a Rashi, famous commentator, who says that there's a juxtaposition between last week's Parsha and this week's Parsha, that Miriam spoke lashon hara about her brother Moshe, and then the Jews, the Meraglim, spoke lashon hara about the land. And the connection is that Moshe Rabbeinu, at his level, anyone speaking badly about him, it didn't bother him at all. It was like water off of his back. He didn't feel bad, it didn't affect the way he felt about himself, it didn't affect how he felt about his sister, no effect. So too, when you speak about the land, there's no feeling, the land doesn't feel anything. But the lesson that we learn is that we have to be so careful the way we speak about our fellow man, that even if we speak badly about inanimate things, it might lead us to speak badly about our fellow man. So we have to be very careful, and we should always be looking for the good and looking to say good things about our fellow man and our fellow Jew. So I wish you all a wonderful Shabbos, and we should only have good feelings about each other. Good Shabbos.
Rachel, come up here. Rachel. Corey, come up here. The Russian, come up here. All those who participated, come surround us here. We're going to, Sonia, come up here. Everybody who participated. Peter, you can come up too. We're going to do something together as a group. You see?
Corey didn't do it.
We're coming to go in. Okay, the traditional Adon Olam, very simply. Adon Olam Hashem B'Tarem Kol Yetzir Niro Li'etz Naso B'Chetzakol Adon Melech Shemoni Hashem Olam, B'Tarem Kol Yetzir Niro Li'etz Naso B'Chetzakol Omicron. I don't know Hashem Olam, B'Terem Kol Yitzirah. I don't know Hashem Olam. I don't know Hashem Olam, B'Terem Kol Yitzirah. B'Terem Kol Yitzirah. I don't know Hashem Olam, B'Terem Kol Yitzirah. I don't know we ain't not so, we have so cold. As I'm a love, Shemon Mikro, I don't know Hashem Olam, B'Terem Kol Yitzirah. We ain't not so, as I'm a love, Shemon Mikro.
Ruthie, are you leaving me? Yes. Dear friends, as we do every week at this time, we go back for a few nostalgic songs to put everybody in the mood for the Shabbos. They're not Hebrew songs, they're Yiddish songs, but they're songs that talk about love and talk about caring and about emotion, and that inspires us for the Shabbos that'll be starting in just a few hours. So we ask you to join with me right now as we travel back in musical time, and everybody here can participate. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then. But I can't remember where or when. This is a beautiful song. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. We smiled at each other in the same way then. But I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before.